can't do anything. Their voices won't break. They'll never date.
We'll have some great choirs, though.
Loose talk, even looser opinions. The Burble.
As you've got cats, and we've spoken about this on the podcast a whole bunch of times, but cats can be quite ingenious when it comes to getting their way.
Or food.
Yeah. So you admit that that's a thing.
Cats are small assholes.
They are very small arseholes. They're the smallest boss you'll ever have in your house.
Yes.
Quilty the cat's locked up in solitary confinement because he keeps letting other shelter animals out. Now, he's been locked up for letting out these shelter animals. He hasn't chosen the thug life. It chose him, it seems. His name's Quilty. Now, Quilty.
Is he guilty?
He is guilty of letting his four-legged pals run free at the Friends for Life Animal Rescue Organization in Houston, Texas.
Oh, it's a bit cute.
He's a 6-year-old domesticated short hair. He's now been put in what's called solitary confinement until he learns some manners.
He's in cat jail.
He's not going to learn manners.
No, he's not. He's a cat. He's just going to get out and go, want to come hang? Let me let you out of there.
Now, he's a creature of habit because he's known to let his dog friend out when he lived with the previous owner. The owner wasn't too pleased that the dog would be let indoors and shit everywhere, basically. But, well, I mean, it's not sure whether Quilty has an aversion to doors or he just wants to see some chaos in the world.
I think he just wants to watch the world burn.
Despite his lovable, rogue, mischievous ways, though, he's loved online. So he's got an online following. I think he's got a Facebook page or
excellent
or an Insta or something like
he's
that.
He's an influencer.
Now, here's a picture of this arsehole cat.
Righto.
Right?
Oh, look at him.
I tolerate
He's
cats.
asking for a manager.
I tolerate your cats, right? Because your cats are funny. I talk to your cat, Garfield. I'll be like, meow, and then it talks.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
He's pretty cool. Now, of course, they're using Facebook to get him out there and stuff like that. Now, his roommates have missed him while he's been banished to the lobby.
Yeah, because they're stuck in jail.
So they enjoyed their nighttime escapades running around the shelter, shitting everywhere and causing trouble.
Getting into the supplies.
Pissing on the receptionist's laptop. Here's a picture of him up against the glass door that you can see there. He wants out.
Oh, he's not happy.
What's the craziest thing that you've caught your cats doing? Because you've got that camera, you can log on your phone any time and basically see what the cats are doing, right?
Yeah. If they're in the lounge room.
They're in the lounge room?
Normally they're more up to hijinks out in the kitchen where the food is.
Oh, you don't let them up on the bench?
Oh, no. They get up there when I turn my back, though, of course, because they're assholes.
They are assholes.
I did get drive-by chicken wing theft one night.
What do you mean drive-by chicken wing?
I was sitting there eating chicken wings, and then next second, ginger flash, and then there was a cat under the bed nomming down on a chicken wing.
So hang on, were you holding it in your hand or were they?
Yeah, like I was eating it, like it was my dinner.
Right, and it just came and snatched.
He just went,
wow.
Yeah, and it was Garfield, not even Velcro.
Right, so it was a drive-by catting.
Yeah, I basically got wing jacked.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, your cats just decide to just knife you whenever they want to.
Oh, Velcro did.
Yeah.
Garfield, more chilled.
He's a little bit more chilled.
He's always been the more chilled one. Velcro would just decide that your leg looked tasty, and he'd just come up to you and go, hey, how you doing?
Yeah. Onto you.
Nom, nom, nom.
Did you ever find him at the top of the drapes or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, Garfield, Velcro used to get on top of doors.
On top of doors?
Yeah, like, just like a normal inside door. He was a big cat too. Like, you can test how big he was.
What, on the top of the door?
The top of the door, like that little inch wide bit of the top of the door.
What's he doing up there?
He'd like just walking up and down, and then the door would start swinging. He thought it was the greatest game ever.
How'd he get down though?
Usually we had to get him down.
Right, okay.
Because he was not the most graceful of cats.
No.
Although he did also like to eat spiders and butterflies.
Yeah.
And
cats
then spew.
They'd spew it, like bring it inside and then go
like he'd just he'd like eat something and then he'd just come inside and look at you and then just hoik his guts up while looking at you.
Whilst looking at you.
Yeah, cats do that and they shit and they piss while they look at you and so they're just like little
assholes,
dictators.
I'd love to know from Burble listeners what their cat's done, if it's got an adept at unlocking doors or turning TVs on or just shitting in your CD player. Something
just
like
knocking
that.
stuff off the shelf.
Knocking stuff off the shelf. So, final word from you, Az, before we move off Quilty. And no wonder he's at the shelter. Like, I think they've just got him there as an amusement now. Oh,
He's
we're
the draw
relevant.
card.
We're on the social medias with this cat. Would you recommend Quilty to be adopted from this shelter?
I'd have him.
You'd have him?
Yeah, I'd have him.
Till he pissed you off?
Yeah, but then he could just get his own way out the door. I wouldn't have to take him out, would I?
This is The Burble with Benny and Az.
As we've been kicked up the arse for not doing the speed round for a number of episodes this season, forgive us because we've been in the new studio and getting used to the new studio and how it's set up there. It's a little bit different, but I give you this right now. Speed round is back. University students, well, a university, I should say, has offered its students the unusual macabre stress relief method of a meditation grave.
A meditation grave.
Yes, this is Radboud University. It's in the Dutch... Radboud University. It's in a Dutch city of, I can't pronounce that. It's went beyond more traditional ways of coping with the stress of academia, like yoga or therapy animals.
Or drinking till you black out and then wake up next to someone you don't understand or know.
Yep, and this is the Netherlands, for example, okay?
And everyone's sexy over there.
And you can't just duck to Holland anymore, like to Amsterdam, just, to go into Easy Times Bakery. Get yourself some... I think
you
can't smoke weed over there anymore. It's all vaped now.
Oh, okay.
Not actually vape, but they put the weed in a thing and it just drifts out.
Just weed.
Yeah, apparently you just walk in and then you weed. Well, why are they killing Amsterdam? It's one of the funnest places in the world to go to. Get over there. As soon as you set your bag down in the hotel, you're like, right, what time is it? Let's go get smashed.
Well, Canada's taken that now, isn't it? Because Canada's just now permanently high.
Well, I think there's certain things that you need to qualify. Sort of like when you were in Canberra, you had to be a Canberra resident to get fireworks over the July or the June long weekend.
Okay.
But there's many different things.
Loopholes.
Yeah, exactly. So they're digging graves.
So it's not just even like a coffin in a room. It's a dead set grave dug in the ground.
Dug in the ground. They're digging graves for students to reflect on the transience of life.
What the actual
They ran a similar project. This has been going for nearly 10 years, They started this in 2009. They recently dug another grave in the garden of the student chaplaincy for anyone hoping to take a break. Phones and books are strictly prohibited, whilst students who are too squeamish to actually descend into the grave can use a nearby bench to meditate instead. So here's some pictures there I'm showing you of these people in it. There's little videos, and I'm not going to bother playing them.
No, don't give them the...
But it's a full-depth 6 foot down grave. So they can lie there and use the time to reflect on the concept of their own mortality and the fleeting nature of life.
And the fact that they've got crushing student debt.
Yes, well, there's that as well. One student, his name is Sean, said, me and my housemate were planning on going a week and a half ago, and we found out that there's a waiting list to actually get into the grave. There's a waiting list to get into the grave. Saying it's so popular that we didn't get the chance yet, but they plan to go sometime soon whenever I move up there. Now, they've also said the end of life, death, apparently is taboo to talk about, difficult for students. Death is very difficult to talk about, especially when you're 18 to 20 years old.
Okay, I can kind of see that, but this is...
stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's the hope is that by realising that life has an end for students... will be inspired to finding meaning in it and make something out of the time that they have.
Or it could go the absolute opposite way and they could just turn into like serial killers with nothing to lose because they realise that life is meaningless and we're just on a rock.
A flat rock.
A flat rock orbiting a friggin' nuclear explosion out in the western spiral arm of a galaxy that's out in the middle of nowhere and life doesn't mean anything and we're a bloody genetic anomaly. And
come on, escalate it. Raise your voice. Come on. I know this is going somewhere.
Life was just lightning in a friggin' pond with pond scum in it and there's no need to bloody get a friggin' degree because you're going to be dead in 80 years anyway and the missus is going to leave you and they're going to put the price of beer and smokes up and me, why even go to university?
You learn how to dig graves. There's always jobs for that.
Well, there's always jobs for that, yeah.
French prosecutors have opened an investigation after they've found a significant amount of cocaine and other drugs on the beaches all along the Atlantic coast since last month, Here's a picture of what they took.
Damn, boy.
I know, exactly.
That's like Pulp Fiction style
Coke.
brick of Coke.
The cocaine is particularly pure and therefore it's dangerous. No shit, Sherlock. According to the prosecutor's office in the western city of Rennes, they're urging people who come across the packages not to touch them. Now,
use your nose.
Here's another photo I'm showing you.
Dudes with bags just like jackpot.
Suspect packages have been found on all beaches. Okay. More than 500 kilometres apart. So some ship's gone down and then all of a sudden there's all this
full of drugs.
There's blow all over the beach. Now, I wouldn't think that going to the beach, south of France, the beaches would be lovely down there, like Cannes and
Rio.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Monaco, all that. Beautiful, loving it. But the northern ones, though, you're just thinking,
just pebbles and sadness.
Give that a wide berth.
They really are. It's rocks.
It's pretty much
the same
rocks.
It's the same as the UK and Ireland and all of that. Most of their beaches are made of pebbles the size of the shit that we pour on our gardens.
And people still go.
Well, they've got no other option.
Sticks.
And the North Sea smells weird too, by the way.
Why?
So when you go to an Australian beach, you get that nice, crisp, salty, fresh.
Maybe not a Bondi in the 80s.
Well, no. No, maybe not. You could, and it doesn't smell. How do you describe it? Heavy or like the water out of a tuna can.
It's okay, yeah.
The North Sea, because it's more of an Arctic sea that far up, is really dense and it stinks. It smells like fish, like tuna water.
When you were over there, did you get taken to the sea to have a look at the sea? Here we go. Here's the English Channel or whatever.
We stayed on the coast of Wales. We went to the coast of France. We did a few other things.
So you get there and you're just like,
I'm like, why does this place smell like
ass?
Ass, yeah. And they're like, what do you mean?
Fish ass.
And I'm like, for one thing, you've got black rocks. Where's the sand? What's sand? Okay, cool. I'll dig. Two,
well, there's rocks.
It's about a degree. The water smells like the brine out of my dolphin in a can. Yeah. And 4, where's all this blow that I was promised?
Speaking of blow, people as old as 90 or above are being admitted to hospital after taking cocaine. So I don't know whether or not the nursing homes had a really...
Are they French?
I don't know if they've had a really poorly timed outing to the sea. But these old folks, last year, 10 people aged between 90 and 99 were admitted to hospital for mental health issues after taking the Class A drug, according to the NSH digital report. This is over in the UK. Now, a number of over 60s being treated for cocaine-related mental health disorders soared. Get this, you're going to laugh at these numbers. All right. To 379 in 2018-19 compared to 45 10 years ago.
Wow, that's a big increase.
Now, experts have blamed the rising use by elderly people on falling prices. So now we're treating...
we got a bargain off the local dealer. Who could really say no to that much Coke?
That's right. So basically we're treating cocaine now as a commodity rather than...
It's always been a commodity.
Or Class A drug. And also people living longer and increased purity of the drugs. That's what they're saying.
It's one thing you go after, it's purity at that age.
Now, Dr. Emily Finch of the Royal College of Psychiatrists has chimed in on this and described the rise as deeply worrying. She's told the Sunday Times many people don't realise that cocaine can cause mental health problems, resulting in people becoming so unwell they need to be admitted to hospital. Okay,
right.
Let's get the rest of the official shit out of the way before we poke fun at it.
All right.
The report revealed the number of people over 50 treated for cocaine-related mental health disorders rose by 800% from 160 a decade ago to 1,460 last year.
Yeah, but don't forget, a decade ago, all those 50-year-olds would have only been 40.
Yes.
So you've got to take that into account, that the use of drugs in the 80s...
Yes.
The Wolf of Wall Street, or Blow, all of that kind of thing.
So they're 25 years old, they're account executives.
Yeah, but now they're starting to get into the twilight years. Yep. They got their own little drug ring in Wing C of the shady villas. And it brings a whole new meaning to shady villas, doesn't it? You know, and if you don't pay up, they're going to come take the wheels off your gopher. You know, and you got Marge. She's the runner.
Yeah,
because she's only in a walking frame.
Yeah,
so she's the quickest.
In a Zimmer frame.
She's packed up a bra full of little baggies. She's doing a rounds. You know, like here's